Thank you for joining in, and I'm back with another product review. This time up today we have some nice watercolor brushes and some watercolor paper, both from the company Fuumuui Art. And for the paper, that is actually a nice watercolor block. So there's 20 sheets in there, and it's the cold pressed paper. This is grain and acid free. There's a tiny bit of texture on the paper, not too much. And then the brushes here, there's 8 brushes in this particular set. So you have a wide variety of some round brushes as well as some square too. So they come in this nice little box that you can keep if you choose to. And they're packaged really well. There's plastic around each one of the brushes, as well as the protector little plastic sleeve on the top there around the bristles. So I'm going to go ahead and take off all the packaging, and then because they're brand new, a lot of times there's a thin layer of glue just to keep the bristles together and prevent from damage from shipping and everything. So I'm going to take off all the plastic and give them a rinse in some water and then refresh the water, and then I'll be back. And now that the brushes are all clean, I'm going to go ahead and do some nice swatches of each one, and we're going to use the new paper here as well. As you can see there's very small detailed brushes, and then your medium as well as large brushes. So this set has a really nice variety. And then of course your square brushes if you wanted to do some larger background areas. Once you get all your plastic off, some of these blocks are glued down different. This one is glued down all the way around, and then you can look and see sometimes there's a little area where you'll see a little separation, so you can kind of stick your fingernail in there, or I'm going to show how to remove a sheet if you're new to watercolors here very easily. And there it is right there, where you can see the little bit of a separation. Most watercolor blocks do have this just to make it easier to get the sheets off. Or you can always do your painting and then take it off in the end as well. But right now we're just going to do some swatches. So I have the size 8 round brush in my hand. And then I will number next to all of the swatches as well in the end. So at the top we have the 8 and then the size 12, and then we have our smaller 4 and 0, those skinny brushes, and then the cat's tongue brush in the middle, and the 2 larger square brushes. And towards the bottom we have the large flat size 16 and then a 14 as well. And here I'm just showing really easily you can use an old card and just slowly wiggle it around the edges, and then the paper comes off really easy if you don't have a like a box cutter or a palette knife. Next up here, to test out these brushes a little bit further, I'm going to use the size 8 and the cat's tongue brush, and we're going to do a nice easy floral painting here. Some of my final thoughts here in the end as I'm continuing to work and looking back. I really enjoy these brushes. Like I mentioned before, I think there's a wide variety in this set, especially if you're a beginner in watercolors and maybe you weren't sure which ones to pick up and you're looking to expand your collection a little bit. And this paper is really nice quality as well. There was no warping or buckling and no show through on the other side. And it has a really nice texture to it as well. If anyone is interested in this set or the watercolor paper, I do have a 10% off discount code listed in the description area and some other information, so you could feel free to check that out. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.